There was a teacher who never smiled. No matter how hard the students tried, they just couldn't make her smile. But one day, a student did something that made her break down in tears. It all started when a girl named Emma joined Mrs. Thompson's class. Mrs. Thompson was the most miserable teacher Emma had ever seen. She was always frowning and making a sour face. And no matter what her students did, they just couldn't make her smile. One day, Mrs. Thompson was reading a book while leaning on her desk. Emma noticed that the book was old and falling apart. So when she got home, Emma went to her attic to find an old book of her own to bring to school. The next day, Emma brought the book to Mrs. Thompson and said, "Here, you can have this book. It's really old, just like you." Mrs. Thompson looked at the book, then at Emma, then burst out crying. "Why are you crying, Mrs. Thompson?" Emma asked. "Because this book," Mrs. Thompson said, sniffling, "is a diary I wrote to myself when I was in high school. I wrote all my hopes and dreams for the future in that diary, and now it's just falling apart." Emma felt terrible. She had no idea that Mrs. Thompson was so sad. She apologized and said, "I'm sorry, Mrs. Thompson. I didn't know it was your diary. Can I read it?" "No, it's too embarrassing," Mrs. Thompson said, wiping her eyes. "You can't read what a silly high school girl wrote." Emma nodded, but she was determined to make Mrs. Thompson smile. So she went up to her desk and took the diary. Mrs. Thompson panicked and said, "Hey, give that back. You don't know what's in there." But Emma just smiled and said, "I'm not going to tell you what's in here. I have an idea." Then Emma took the diary to the principal's office. When Mrs. Thompson noticed that Emma had left, she thought, "Oh no, she's probably going to tell the principal about what I was doing and get me fired." But when she went to the principal's office, he was smiling. "I heard you have a diary," the principal said with a wink. "Would you like to share it with us?" Mrs. Thompson blushed and said, "Oh no, it's not that interesting." But the principal insisted, so she had no choice but to agree. So Mrs. Thompson opened the diary and started reading, and everyone in the room, including the principal, burst out laughing. After she finished reading, the principal said, "Well, Mrs. Thompson, this certainly is a diary full of a lot of silly, sappy teenage stuff, but you know what? It's nice to see something like this. We all get so caught up in our work that we forget to laugh and have fun. Thank you for reminding us that life isn't all that serious." Mrs. Thompson smiled and thanked Emma for helping her realize that it's okay to be silly sometimes.